Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Micaela Corcoran, and I'm here today as the chair of the Hamilton Status of Women Committee. Our mandate is to advise Council on issues pertinent to all women in our community, including, of course, trans women. We welcome the opportunity to affirm the importance of the protocol under consideration today, as it is an essential element in making Hamilton a safer, more inclusive community for all citizens. We know that a disproportionate number of women in Hamilton struggle with violence, poverty, housing precarity, homelessness, and inequity in economic opportunity. These vulnerabilities are amplified in the lives of trans women, as we've heard today, especially those who are impacted by intersecting oppressions such as racism, ageism, and ableism. Leadership is urgently required in creating conditions in which every citizen of Hamilton can live free of fear, violence, and discrimination, and, as a result, fully participate in and contribute to the life of this community. The implementation of this protocol is a small step in dismantling the cultural and institutional barriers to civic engagement experienced by trans women, trans men, gender nonconforming, and non-binary members of our community. This protocol speaks to a range of expectations and actions that can promote safety, access, and inclusion. These ends will, however, only be met by making prudent and necessary investments. For example, the protocol speaks to the designation of safe, accessible washrooms and change rooms in city facilities. Ensuring such spaces exist in current buildings is important. Intentional design in future buildings is also key. Ultimately, however, investment in transformational, anti-oppression, and trans-inclusion education that challenges each individual to consider their own places of privilege and inspires them to ally with vulnerable individuals and groups, is perhaps the most essential investment the city can make in ensuring this protocol has the impact intended. To that end, we would recommend that the city consult with local stakeholders and continue to consult with local stakeholders in developing a curriculum to support the training objectives referenced in the protocol, and that trans and gender nonconforming individuals be engaged to facilitate this education. We recommend that provisions be made for biannual reporting on the progress made in providing this education to all city staff. Further, we strongly recommend that the mayor, councilors, and senior managers within the city demonstrate their leadership on this issue through their own early and enthusiastic participation in trans inclusion and anti-oppression education. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, Councillor Green.
Thank you very much. As one of the very proud allies and members of the Status of Women Committee, I just want to, through you, Madam Chair, thank you for your leadership. It's been incredible, and I certainly look forward to working alongside you, future meetings and future opportunities to not only continue this conversation, but all issues that are being brought forward by the Status. And so, awesome work, and it's certainly part of a long legacy of activism here in the city. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Green. Councillor Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And with Councillor Green, I am one of the two council liaisons to the Status of Women Committee, and I've been in conversation with Micaela and Alicia and other members of Status of Women Committee for many months on what to do about the protocol and how to make feminism a reality in our city. And I'm so grateful for the feedback and for the support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Micaela.
Thank you so much. And if I may, Madam Chair, I'd like to thank both Councillor Green and Councillor Johnson for their continued support and enthusiastic participation at committee meetings and throughout committee initiatives.
Thank you very much. Our next